This is One on One.
It's showtime. Welcome to a show about death.
He's back by popular demand, Alex Brightman.
All right.
He's in Beetlejuice, Winter Garden Theater, right here in the heart of Manhattan on Broadway.
Yes.
It is nominated, Beetlejuice nominated for eight Tony Awards. And you are nominated as Best Actor.
Yes.
How cool is that?
It's cool. It's my second time being nominated, which feels like it's like you feel like you want to go buy all the lottery tickets because it doesn't, that's like lightning, right? I mean, it doesn't happen that often.
And tell folks, because actually the last time you were nominated.
Last time I was here talking to you, I was nominated for School of Rock on Broadway.
I think it's about me.
Yeah, I think you're my good luck charm. I got to rub your head.
I love it. I love it. So how about this? Such different roles.
Yes.
You play the Michael Keaton role.
I do.
Set it up.
Yeah, I play a millennia-old demon from hell who has never been alive, and he is just wants to be seen. He's a guy that has never literally been seen by anybody, and he's trying to, in our show, in fact, try to be this sort of relatable source to the audience, and tries to, have this plan come forth to become alive,
right,
so that he can leave this house once and for all and do the thing he's seen people do for a millennia, which is live and feel feelings.
You know, it's so interesting. I remember asking you last time when you were here, you played the Jack Black role.
Yes.
Right? And from the iconic film School of Rock.
Yeah.
And now this role.
Yeah. I only leap into roles that are impossible to try and do.
Literally impossible,
Yeah.
and then knock it out of the park.
That's very nice.
So
Thank you.
where does your, this is where trust me, there's a question here.
Okay.
The confidence you have to say, I don't care who played that role, I'm
Sure.
going to play it my way. Where does that come from?
Well, I do care who played that role. However,
I shouldn't have assumed, my bad.
no, that's fine. It's a good adaptation will allow you to recreate something that already exists. So it's a testament to the script, first of all, and everybody around it. But then it's sort of that yes and quality that I've learned forever ago when I started doing improv, which is just to accept what's there, create, be in a room, find the stuff that maybe those guys didn't find the first time around, and build upon it. So there are these shoes to fill, but the thing I keep trying to say is that it's like they're definitely still the same shoes, but the laces I get to add. You know?
But one of the things about death, a topic that I, for whatever reason or reasons, like millions of others, I'm not great talking about.
Right.
But this play.
This is, I grew up in a great family that everything was on the table. So
Including the topic of death?
Including the topic of death, and not in a way that was morose or anything. It was just a topic like dinner. You know, it was a topic that was open for discussion. So I'm very thankful for that. But what this show is doing, what we've heard, is that there are parents saying this is a perfect way for us to talk to our kids about the topic of death without it feling taboo.
How so? Because we have an 8-year-old daughter who asks way too many, not too many. She asks a lot of questions about it, and I fumble every time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a question every kid asks: where did Grandma go? It's an impossible question to answer for that young, and we sort of show in this show the netherworld, the place that is not necessarily heaven or hell, whether you believe it or not. It's a place where people go that are no longer here. So it's almost comforting to go, there is a place, you know, and it's wacky and it's fun, and it's not a place for longing. It is a place that just exists. It's as crazy as the world we live in. Who's to say that, you know, death is any weirder than life?
Yeah, and you know, it's so interesting. The whole idea of your audience and the number of, let's try this. Kelly O'Corn was just in here from Billions, right? And we were talking about how, and so many other people, Alan Alda was sitting right there before that.
I can't believe that I'm sitting in the same chair.
Yeah, well, you are. They say the same thing about you.
That's very nice.
How about this? It's not eight shows a week.
Yeah.
It is not the same show every time.
Can't be.
Because?
Because fundamentally, there's 1,500 different people sitting out on the other side, and they are the character that we don't get to meet until it's very too late. The curtain opens, here's your new scene partners. These people dictate what's funny, what's not funny. At some point, you hope, they come together as one audience. It's 1,500 separate people, then all of a sudden decide to become this extra character that you have to respond to and listen to. Because if you don't listen to them, then it's like every other show. Then it feels monotonous. If you're not listening, then you are doing your thing and you're on a railroad track. But that's not what good theater is. Good theater is a conversation.
In spite of how good you are, or in addition to how good you are as an actor, you write. You love writing. You're a good writer because. And by the way, let me do it the other way. Why do you write so much, and then why are you as good as you are?
I write, well, thank you for both, but I write because when I'm unemployed, which thankfully hasn't been that often, I don't like to be bored because my boredom causes me to have massive anxiety, which causes me to have depression. So it combats that instantly, better than any pill could. So I started writing and then got kind of good at it quickly because I like to study everything I can about it. So I read all the books. I read every type of screenwriting book and watch everything online that I could, and ended up, after School of Rock, selling a pilot to NBC. Which,
you wrote it?
Yeah, that I wrote.
So you write for the business?
I do, and it's become like another part of my career. And so I have 2 plays in development right now, and a musical that I wrote the book to is getting developed this summer at Second Stage Theater here in New York. So it's been this like wonderful both sides of the table thing.
Why were you so open about what you just said about anxiety moving to depression and better than any pill? Why were you just so open about and comfortable talking about it? I don't even know if you're comfortable.
I am completely. I don't have many subjects that I feel uncomfortable talking about just because what's going to happen? You know, I mean, I have the 6 friends that I know won't judge me for the thing I just said. So the other, billion people that are out there that might go, he's insane for talking about that, I can't hear them. So I'm cool. I'm good with that. And I do have it. I mean, I was diagnosed with it. So it's not something that I can just be like, I don't have, you can't shrug that off.
Well, since you mentioned it, do you have anxiety, quote unquote, about your next, like what's next for you? Or are you deciding what's next by doing what you're doing?
Well, I think, the luxury of having a starring role in a Tony-nominated show is that the next thing is essentially inevitable, no matter what size that is. Doesn't matter to me. But it does mean it's good, and it's good a stockpile for like possibly what's next, to have that stuff behind you. But I like to say I teach, confidence training in audition classes. So
really?
I teach an audition class, but also it sort of really is a confidence training class in disguise. That the thing I teach is you're standing at the edge of a road and there's fog and you can't see the other side. There's 2 types of people. One, most people say, I'm so scared to see what's on the other side of that. But my thing and what I try to impart on people is to say, I can't wait to see what's on the other side of that.
You choose.
Yeah.
To want to know.
To be curious about what's there rather than afraid.
It's a choice?
I think so, yeah.
Someone says, that's just the way I am. You say, you don't have to.
I think that it is, you have to be bold, and you have to choose to be bold. I don't think anyone is born bold.
Yeah, well, you're bold and talented.
Thanks.
Alex Brightman.
That's me.
He's in Beetlejuice, Winter Garden Theater on Broadway. As we speak right now, nominated for Best Actor for a Tony. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And you're a winner on public broadcasting.
Thank you very much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 30 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Holy Name Medical Center, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, TD Bank, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Fedway Associates, ADP, and by Suez. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.